If you've been around the Aussie camping scene for a while, you already know the name Jayco Australia. Since 1975, they've been building family-friendly rigs that people actually trust. And one of their most beloved creations has always been the Xpanda. Well, it's back, and this time it's called the Xpanda 50. And honestly, it's looking better than ever. I'll admit it right away, I hadn't heard much about the Xpanda before digging into this one, but it didn't take long to see why it has such a loyal following. This thing is very different from your average family camper. The big party trick is how it opens up on 3 sides. And once it's fully set up, you're looking at sleeping space for up to 8 people. That's 4 adults and 4 kids, which is kind of wild when you first step inside. After you roll into camp and do the usual setup, the real magic begins. You pop the roof, and suddenly there's canvas wrapping around the camper, blurring the line between inside and outside. But the real space makers are the 2 slide-out sections on either end. Each one houses a proper double bed laid out east to west, giving 2 adults a comfortable place to crash on both ends of the trailer. Inside, the rest of the sleeping and living space is just as clever. There's a modular dinette that seats 4 for meals and then converts into a bed for 2 kids at night. On top of that, there's a set of bunk beds, with the lower bunk appearing to double as a kid's table during the day. Details are still a bit limited there, but it's clearly designed with families in mind. All of this runs along the right side of the camper, with the fridge neatly positioned between the dinette and the bunks. On the left side, things feel very familiar and very practical. Near the entrance, you've got a generous galley setup with a 4-burner cooktop, sink, microwave, and solid storage drawers that look ready for real use. Add in a suburban-style hot water system, Dometic air conditioning, and a matching fridge, and you're more than covered for longer trips. One thing I genuinely didn't expect to see was a full wet bath. Tucked into the rear left corner, it's a huge win for families who don't want to rely on campground facilities all the time. It also ties nicely into the Xpanda's water and off-grid setup, which is pretty respectable straight from the factory. You get 190 liters of fresh water, along with a base electrical system that includes a 30-amp DC-DC charger, a control panel, 100 amp-hours of lithium battery, and 200 watts of solar. It's not extreme, but it's a solid starting point that you can build on. Outside, Jayco didn't forget about the fun stuff. There are awnings for shade, picnic tables, power outlets for TVs and gadgets, and storage for all the gear that helps you enjoy life beyond the campsite. Whether it's dinner under the stars or just kicking back by the fire, it's all there. Underneath it all, the Xpanda 50 sits on Jayco's J-Tech 2.0 independent suspension with Alco stub axles, Petters off-road shocks and springs, rubber springs, and adjustable components built around a trailing A-arm design. Despite some recent chatter about other Jayco models and off-road claims, this particular trailer doesn't seem to fall into that controversy. As for why this is being called a rebirth, the Xpanda line had been dialed back in the past, while Jayco focused on more luxurious models. And there were also reports of issues with earlier bunk designs that didn't always survive energetic kids. It looks like those lessons have been taken on board this time around. Right now, that's most of what we know. And honestly, this feels like the kind of camper you really need to see in person. Grab the family, find one nearby, and check it out for yourself. Just be warned, you might leave with one. Jayco lists the Xpanda 50 at $69,990 Australian dollars, which works out to around $45,500 US dollars. Suddenly, camping in Australia sounds very tempting, doesn't it?